I do say I applaud you for showing up in response to a challenge for a duel.
How could I refuse such a splendid invitation?
Where are my manners? Please come in. Would you like some tea?
Thank you. Just the thought of a duel makes my throat get a little bit parched.
Flores, if Mr. Maraschino would like some tea, please.
Of course, Mr. Maraschino. And for you, Mr. Bing?
Why, yes, it'd be rude to let somebody drink alone.
Now, Mr. Bing, in reference to your challenge, I completely understand. Red is quite a girl.
She is. As barbaric as it may seem, I really see no other resolution to the question of whom gets a hand in marriage.
Quite. We can certainly remain cordial in this situation. Splendid.
I have it imported from Yemen. So, shall we get to it?
Probably. Now, where is the appropriate place for such a display? I hear the pub down the street frowns on it nowadays.
We could step outside to the backyard.
Might be a little bit awkward if I were to...
Mr. Bing, how about the graveyard? That way the winner just needs to move the other a bit.
Marvelous idea.
Could even dig a grave beforehand to save time afterward.
We could even take turns digging. That would be fair.
Chorus, have Martine prepare the carriage.
Right away, sir.
This is adventurous, isn't it?
Certainly is. I haven't been to the graveyard since Mum last dropped off a husband. Yeah, that did happen. Should have thought to bring a lantern with us.
Oh, yes, I apologize for that.
No, please. Please never apologize. It was as much my oversight as it was yours.
It's spooky here.
As unmanly as it makes me feel, I have to agree. What was that?
I don't know.
Now that is clearly not good. Mourning in a graveyard? Is there a full moon tonight?
I think it's 3/4 tonight, but you can never be too careful.
All right. I say we duel right now, and the winner run like the wind out of here.
What about digging the grave?
That's the grave digger's job. Let's not take away someone's livelihood now.
Good point. So, are you ready?
As I will ever be. You're quite good, Mr. Bing.
Thank you. I learned from my grandfather in the Great Candy War.
Ooh, that stings.
Sorry. Your reflexes are superb. Where did you train?
In Japan, in a little tribe called the Samurai. What are you doing?
We're dueling for your hand, my dear.
Quite right. In love, if I don't make it, I want you to know one thing. You make the greatest crumpets I have ever enjoyed in my life.
Quite. Shall we commence, then?
Stop!
What is it, darling?
You can't do this! Precious, it's almost done. Just step back and let the men finish. No, just hear me!
Sunshine, I'll listen to you for an eternity as soon as we're finished. This place is haunted. We need to...
Stop! Oh, no! Charlie! Charlie!
Darling, who's Charlie?
Red! What have you done, you monsters?
Do you mean to say that you know Red?
Of course, don't be daft. In what capacity do you know her? In the capacity, but which is none of your business.
There's no need to be so discourteous, young man.
Quite. We can certainly remain cordial in this situation. What? You've killed her! You've killed the love of my life! Well, she jumped right into my forward jab. It's not like I can stop momentum once it's started.
And who are you to criticize anyone's actions anyway?
She's gone. She's gone! I'll have your pits for this!
Just cool your fondant, son.
I'll cool nothing! Your tops will roll for this! Mark my words, as I live and breathe, Prince Fruit will see that your tops roll! Whatever you say, Charlie. But you might want to tie your shoelace first. Well, Mr. Bing, that's not exactly how I thought things would turn out.
Nor I. Perhaps it turned out for the best, though?
Quite.
You know, she hadn't been faithful to either of us, Mr. Bing.
No.
Mr. Bing, do you remember when I had commented earlier about her crumpets being the best?
Yes?
I was merely being polite. They were actually the worst crumpets I have ever had in my life.
Quite. Tea?
Thank you.
Don't look at me like that. I could kill you. What do you say, shall we? You're the director. What do you say, let's all get together and do away with her.
Splendid.
Oh, I know what I want. Cherries. I'd like some cherries.
Some cordial cherries?
Yes, please. Yes,
Does that make you a cannibal?
it does. You've heard of... You heard of Cannibal Lecter? Well, yeah. Well, I'm Cannibal Cherry. What about digging the grave?
That's the grave jobber's job. Marvelous idea. I agree. I truly wish I had thought of that idea. It is just such a good idea.
Cool your fondant, son.
Say it a little bit more enunciated.
Cool your fondant, son.
No, just hear me. Sound a little Scottish. Cheerio. Cheerio. Cheerio.